I'm just delighted and excited to be here with you all. I see some wonderful and familiar faces, and I am delighted and grateful today to be your PR leader and give you some really tactical strategies for getting it done. Now, I know Linda told you about me, but I want to show you really a reel that's about the power, and I want you to feel that power of publicity and what happens when you notice that I get it and I got it and how that looks. So Mary Beth, go ahead and roll the intro, and super excited to be with you all.
Jill Lublin is called the media magnet for a reason. She's a force of nature in the powerful world of publicity. International speaker? Check. Coach, consultant, and trainer? Check. Author of 4 best-selling books? Check. Her books include Guerrilla Publicity, Get Noticed, Get Referrals, Networking Magic, and The Profit of Kindness. She's featured in national and international media including ABC, CBS, NBC, Fox, CBC, Forbes, and Inc., just to name a few. And she's shared the stage with legends like Tony Robbins, Barbara Corcoran, T. Harv Eker, Jack Canfield, Lisa Nichols, Richard Simmons, Mark Victor Hansen, and John Gray. Jill Lublin is, quite simply, everything publicity. But she doesn't just talk publicity, networking, and referrals. Jill lives and breathes it, so entrepreneurs and businesses can gain more visibility and profitability. And she's spent over 2 decades leaving a trail of amazing success stories in her wake. And if that isn't inspirational enough, Jill's latest book, The Profit of Kindness, introduces the revolutionary concept of kindness as a competitive advantage. Now that's something worth talking about. Ready to learn about publicity and how you can rock the stage, own the page, burst onto the scene, and hit the screen? Please join me in welcoming the founder of Jill Lublin Publicity, Jill Lublin.
All right, this is when I rock across the stage and into your Zoom room. Thank you, John. I appreciate that. And the power of being, you notice the logos, you notice the impact behind the desk. That's what I want for you, is to be in front with your publicity, to be seen, to be heard, and to get paid. So I'm going to step by step some wonderful, affordable publicity opportunities for you. I'm going to take some Q&A from you and give you time to ask me questions. I want you to know that, and I'm right here for you. And I'm excited to be part of your publicity journey today because, well, let me just ask you, do you like M&Ms? Raise your hand if you like M&Ms. Come on, let me see my M&M lovers. Who's my peanut lovers? Come on, show me, show me, show me. Yes, yes, well, good. I don't eat them a lot, but I do like the peanut ones. And you are going to love publicity because it gives you the 3 M's, which is to magnify yourself, to monetize yourself, and to multiply yourself, right? That's the power of the 3 M's of publicity. And, the truth about publicity is a gift that keeps on giving. It's a gift that keeps on giving. But I want to know from you, do me a favor and post in the chat, what do you think publicity does for you? I'd love to see it. And Mary Beth, we can take off the slide. I'd love to just see them. Thank you. What do you think publicity does for you? Go ahead and post it in chat. Shares your message. Thank you, Rhonda. Or iPhone. Sorry about that. I don't have my glasses on. Get you visibility, leadership, and credibility. Perfect. Visibility. Perfect. Get your brand out. You got it. Shows that you're an authority. Absolutely. Excellent answers. Yes on all of those. Yes on all of those. Expands your reach. Yes. Bigger impact. Yes. I wanted to talk about impact and influence. Like, who wants more of that? Come on, show me, show me, show me. Who wants more impact and influence? Yes, because publicity is going to give you that. And on top of that, what it also gives you that actually nobody put on there, just saying, more clients, more prospects, more referrals, more sales, authority, and how about being a trusted expert? I think in today's world, you got to have trust. And what's super great about when you're featured in publicity, people trust you. They know you. They feel that they have been exposed to you, or as I like to call it, the I've heard of you somewhere syndrome, like somebody's heard of you, and that is a great thing. So we're talking about having your impact and the influence expanded, and that is what happens so that you can be, see the pretty star? That's you, that you can be the star that you are in whatever way you're comfortable to be, at whatever place you begin. The point is, we want you to take some baby steps, right? And to start your impact now, which leads me to you've got to plant your publicity garden. And so you want to start planting seeds now. Like there may be something happening right now in the marketplace, out in the world, that you are relevant to speak about. For instance, I had a divorce coach. When Johnny Depp and Amber Heard were getting divorced, she got on Fox News after Fox News Network with great interviews and spent literally a day doing wonderful TV interviews talking about divorce. And then in February, she talks about how to fall out of love, right? And then I want you to think about 3, 6, 9, and 12 months ahead, and let's get your publicity out there. And so that's really the point of having that garden and getting your message out. So let me show you a wonderful formula for how to get your message out. Give me a thumbs up if that would be helpful. Yes? Beautiful. Thank you. So when you look at that word message, look at that word message. What are the first 2 letters? Do me a favor, post it in the chat, please. First 2 letters in the word message are what? First 2 letters. What is it? Me, exactly. You got it, Holly. Thank you. Thank you, Abby, and I think that's Brenda. Yes. In the word message is me. And in the word message, last 4 letters is what? Write it in the chat, please. Last 4 letters in the word message, what is it? Sage, exactly. Ooh, you are all fast on the keyboard. I love it. So in the word message is me, Sage. Can you point yourself right now? I'm looking at you, and I want you to say, I'm going to span for the gallery. I want you to say, I am an expert. Go ahead, point yourself and say, I am an expert. I am an expert. Thank you. Because that's what sages are. And that's you, my friends. You are sages. You are experts. And you deserve to be seen and heard. Media gives you that expert authority to up-level, deliver your message in a way that matters for others. And let me just say, the first 4 letters are mess. We're going to avoid that today and give you the cues and keys to the kingdom so that your message is strong and powerful and simple. And notice that word simple, what I just said. What do I mean by that? I want you to have simple language. And so that's 5-year-old language, 5-year-old language. Keep it really simple and use you language in your message. So you start it with the problem today is, and then fill in that blank. What is the problem today? I did not ask you, I just want to say, I did not ask you what you do. I asked you, what's the problem today? Okay, and then, experts, you raise your hand if you're an expert. Come on, let me see you. Raise your hand. Marjorie, I know you are. You teach people. This is so great. Yes, I see my experts. Thank you. Thank you. You are all experts. And if your hand isn't raised, I should raise your hand for you. I can do that on mute, And, on Zoom. That's super fun. But let me just say, yes, you are all experts. Thank you for that. And I think the quicker you claim that, the better off you're going to be. Now, let me just say, I've worked with people who are introverts, who don't actually even have confidence, who sometimes are afraid to turn on their camera. I remember a real estate woman in my media mastery intensive, which I'll tell you about in just a bit later. She wouldn't even come on the camera. And as we started our work together, and as she got her message honed in, this exact formula I'm teaching you now, you know what happened? Her confidence went up. And by the way, this is a successful woman who was very, just very successful in real estate. and very beautiful, by the way. So it's not an appearance thing with her, it was a confidence thing. Now, I'm sure, you all understand about that. Don't we all sometimes falter in the confidence area? But let me just share with you, when you have your message strong and in you, I promise you more confidence. And let me just clarify that I'm talking about a message for publicity. I'm talking about a message when you get interviewed. Okay. And that's what's important. To have that message and to have it so easy, so simple, so connected to you. So here's the thing. I do want it to be resonant for you. I want it to be authentic for you. Notice I'm doing this because I want it to be aligned for you. And I want you to feel great about it. And what that looks like is not only knowing your message, but feeling it. And like you could say it anywhere, anytime, no matter how you feel, by the way, because it is who you are. Are you tracking with me? Give me a thumbs up. Excellent. Thank you. So with that message and the formula I just gave you, thank you for that, everybody. What I want you also to know is there's a super great way that gets you straight into media. Well, in another way, that's really fun. Want to know? Well, let me just share. It's about using all parts of who you are, or as I like to call it, everything you've got. And you know what that's because of? You are using your ooh, ah factor. At the count of three, I want you to do something fun. Are you ready? So at the count of three, and it's one. Well, actually, let me tell you what you're going to do, and then we'll count down. At the count of three, I want you to I want you to say ooh, ah factor. Okay? At the count of three. Ready? 1, 2, 3.
Ooh.
Ooh, ah factor. Okay, I couldn't hear you. Take yourself off mute. We're going to try it again. Nancy, take yourself. Thank you. You're all fabulous. And at the count of three, we're going to say it again. And that's ooh, ah factor. Ready? 1, 2, 3.
Ooh,
ah.
ah.
Oh, I could feel that one. Thank you. Thank you, everybody. Go ahead and put yourselves back on mute. You're awesome. And here's the thing about your ooh, ah factor. You are using everything you've got. Yes, everything you've got. What do I mean by that? I mean your ethnicity. I mean your religion. I mean, if you're a woman, how about International Women's Day? I mean, if you're Hispanic, how about Hispanic Heritage Month? I mean, like a woman I worked with who's a business communication coach, we're doing great, wonderful publicity around how to communicate effectively in business. And then, because she's a Black woman, we go out for Black History Month talking about how to be a powerful Black woman and communicate effectively in today's world. Right? That's a different story. By the way, using everything she's got with that story got her into Black Enterprise, huge business publication, got her into, what else? There was, Essence Magazine, all kinds of urban radio, all kinds of places and spaces that, believe me, she never would have gotten in being a business communication coach. So I want you to just look at and think about right now, like, wow, what could I use everything I've got that perhaps I haven't thought about before? Like my business consultant who has a son who's autistic. And so we're doing great things about productivity and profit in business, how to make more of it. She's getting a lot of publicity and podcast interviews, which, by the way, I love you to start in podcasting. It's often simpler and easy. And then when National Autism Month comes along, she talks about being a mom. How does one deal with different things in their life and be a mom and in business? Great story that has gotten her tremendous amounts of additional publicity using everything she's got. This has been eye-opening for many people. So go like this with me. Put your hands to your head and expand out. Would you do that with me, please? Go ahead. Put your hands to your head and expand your hands out. Because what we're talking about, thank you, is expanding your mindset. about what publicity is, how to use it, and frankly, what to do to make it work for you. And let me tell you, you start doing this kind of wonderful things and shifting your message at times, you're going to see a lot more doors, publicity doors open for you. So speaking of publicity doors opening for you, we've done some research and there's some hot topics that are good right now. So we're going to bring them up on the screen. Take a picture of this. I think it'll be helpful for you. And I'm not going to read them to you. You can do that yourselves. But let me just say, all of these things on the list are hot topics. So do me a favor, put in the chat, what are some that might be right for who you are out in the world? And it could be the fact that you are a coach. Like, for example, I have a coach who got a huge piece on ABC, actually ABC Radio, talking about how to start a coaching business. Well, a little thing between us, let me just tell you, she was just starting her coaching business. She had just transitioned from corporate into coaching. And because she appeared on ABC Radio, she filled her coaching practice. And she filled it fast. And she filled it without any other marketing except her publicity. And I actually can tell you story after story of that. A woman who was on a podcast for 15 minutes and sold 45 self-published books. Where else can you do that, right? A woman who created a wonderful product and got in a blog following my systems and processes and sold 600 products from that one publicity piece, literally at $25. That was a really good day. 600 pieces of product at $25. Do the math. I think it's $15,000. Let me just say, from one publicity piece. So I want you to look at these with new eyes around, ooh, how could I use any of these to use everything I've got? And Gail, yes, transformation, activism, and mindset would love that. Beautiful. And so I think that we're looking at is how do you fit in? Holly, thank you about real estate and money and alternative healing and transformation. Yes. I mean, listen, if you are or work in any of these fields, you have the opportunity to get publicity quickly and talk to it. Right? And then you look at the months of the year and using that, and we'll go into that in that right now, because now it's about visibility building activities. And so here's what I know in working literally with thousands of people. If you do 30 minutes a week, okay, that's not a lot. Come on. Between us, we all do lots of things that waste 30 minutes. I know I do. And if you focus and put it in your calendar as a visibility building activity, and you do one of these every single week for 30 minutes, I promise you, very good publicity results. So I'm going to take a picture of this because it's filled with resources. All are free for you. One of the things I want to point out is Google Alerts. I want you to go to Google Alerts, and we're going to put it in the chat for you, how to get into Google Alerts. I want you to go there and put your name in there, because when you are in media, notice I said when, not if, when you're in media, big or small, it will show up in Google Alerts and you will see it. So that's super great. And also I want you to put one word in there. Like, for instance, I put in the word kindness when my fourth book came out, The Profit of Kindness. And you know what we did? I found out that World Kindness Day is November 13th. I didn't know that until I put it into Google Alerts. Now we do a whole PR campaign oriented toward World Kindness Day, and that got me on Fox News, actually big morning shows. Well, I'll show you in just a bit, but let me just say, even last year, I think it was at least 3 morning shows talking about World Kindness Day. So we've got a couple things in the chat for you. One is the Google Alerts, and the other one that's one of my favorite resources is nationaldaycalendar.com. I want you to click that and see, wow, where can I fit in to perhaps the opportunity to talk for a holiday? Like I was telling you about my business consultant client who speaks to National Autism Month because her son is autistic. That's use everything you've got, right? So take a look at National Day Calendar. What are the holidays? that are specific not only to you and what you do, but also perhaps your story. And I think that that's a great thing. Okay, Quoted is really good. You'll see lots of resources there to get into media, and featured.com, which is formerly Harrow that some of you may or may not know. These are all ways to get quick publicity simply, effectively, and easily. And of course, the guerrilla publicity way, which is using time and imagination and focus on some other ways to create media. And I'll tell you, you're going to get media attention, sometimes using other parts of who you are. I had a woman, she's a former firefighter. She actually now has become a coach, putting out fires in your business, which is super fun if you think about that, right? She got, kind of, I was thinking burnt out, but I actually never used that pun before, but she did. She got burnt out from being a firefighter. But here's what's interesting. She's out of North Carolina. She was the first woman firefighter in her small town in North Carolina, right? And then she did this for a number of years, but she got press just because of that. And then when she transitioned to being a coach and helping people put out fires in their business, here's what's interesting. I don't know if you remember that very sad time when Syria and Turkey had an earthquake. Okay, now she is a firefighter. And although I told you what her topic is, I said, you got to go talk about how to, what to do in an emergency. Because she's a first responder. She knows what to do in an emergency. She's still a fighter, right? So I just want you to hear that she started using that in that time, had a tremendous amount of interviews talking about what to do in an emergency. But here's the good news I want you to know. No matter when you're in the media and for what, guess what? You control the message. Point yourself and say, I control the message. Come on, I'm looking at you. I thank you. Thank you, John. Thank you. Thank you, Linda. Great, Holly. Thank you. You control the message. Absolutely. And that's important to understand that you control the message. So I want to show you a case study, how we did this for the profit of kindness. Okay, so I'm going to tell you, most of my clients don't have books. It doesn't matter if you have one or you don't have one. What matters is that you're getting media for your business, for your name, and what you're offering and creating the I've heard of you somewhere syndrome. So when the profit of kindness came out, it wasn't about, oh, Jill's got a new book. Oh, no, no, no. We had to find the right message. And the right message is the divided states of America. Can everyone agree that's a problem? Yes? Okay. So with that, that's the message that if you look at the slide, if you look at the bottom of the slide, that's literally only a third of some of the media we got. And literally 7 Fox News networks in the first 30 days, CBS Morning News, Inc. magazine twice, and Forbes magazine twice. And let me just tell you, picture this, you being in all of this kind of media and spreading a message. In my case, it's the message of kindness, and how fun that is, right? And by the way, I tie it together with publicity because kind companies, kind people get great publicity. Yes? True. So with that, I just want to tell you that's what happened. Now, I also got, shall I say, an inspiration, a whisper, I like to call it, which is lead kindness circles. And so I want to invite you. We do free kindness circles every single month where you network in kindness, and we'd love for you to be part of it. So we're putting it in the chat. It's jilllublin.com/kindness circles. Please come join us. I know you'll love it and you'll be part of it. Linda mentioned she's been to some, and I know I've seen some faces here who've also been to some. So come join us. That'll be wonderful. The part about getting your name out there is about the consistency and persistency. I interviewed Entrepreneur Magazine when I wrote Guerrilla Publicity. And I want to share with you something the editor there said to me. She said, Jill, first of all, what matters to me is my readers. So something I want you to keep in mind is it's always about their readers, their viewers, their listeners. And so look at the slide. Notice on just the last two bullet points that their June issue, the production deadline is March. And for their June issue, the writer's deadline is January 15th. Ooh. Are we talking 3, 6 months ahead? Yes, we are. And picture this, my friends. You in Entrepreneur Magazine. Would that be good for you? Give me a thumbs up. Yes? Yes. Thank you. Thank you for that. And let me just also say that it's all about yes for the media. No matter what the media asks you, here's what you got to say. Yes, yes, I can talk about that. You know, you've got me in your pocket now. We will get you handled. We will help you transition a message and focus it in and bridge it. That's what it's called, bridge a message. But the truth is, you've got to be a yes to media. And who's a yes to media? Come on, let me see it. Let me see it. Who's a yes to media? Give me a heads up, thumbs up, whatever, hands up. Just point, because you know what? Media is all about energy. And energy is what's important in the media. Thank you for that. I appreciate that. And so I think that's really a key. So I'm going to take some questions in just a moment.